My brother's girlfriend took my daughter's toys and clothing while they were staying with us. When I caught her in the act, she claimed her kids had been promised those things and said I humiliated her. Background. I'm 39F, my brother Chase is 32M. He's been dating Vivian, 35F, for just under 2 years. Roughly a month after they started dating, Vivian got pregnant with my nephew, now almost 1. She also has 2 daughters, 5F and 8F, from a previous marriage. My daughter is 7F, so the girls are very close in age, and until last weekend they always played nicely together. They live in another state but visit often and stay at our house because we have spare rooms. Last weekend they came again. About an hour before they were due to leave, my daughter realized several of her favorite toys had disappeared. The kids had been playing together the whole weekend, so I didn't think much of it at first and started helping her search. After 20 minutes, we still couldn't find anything. I asked Vivian's daughters if they remembered where they last had the toys. They said they didn't know but looked guilty. I mentioned it to Chase and Vivian. Chase said he had definitely seen those exact toys in the bedroom Vivian's girls were using. We checked nothing. He asked Vivian if she had packed them by mistake that morning. She insisted they were never there. We walked back to the living room and noticed Vivian's daughters huddled over a backpack, zipping it shut the second they saw us. Chase asked again about the toys. This time the girls stayed silent and looked at their mom. Chase reached for the bag and Vivian completely flipped out. She started screaming that I had no right to accuse her children of stealing and tried to yank the backpack away. Chase opened it anyway. Inside were the missing toys plus several more of my daughter's things. I was livid. I told her to open the 2 suitcases because I wanted to see what else was in there. She refused, called it a violation of privacy, and tried to grab the luggage and storm out. Chase physically blocked her and made her unlock them. Inside were multiple shirts, skirts, dresses, and a brand new pair of Nike sneakers that belonged to my daughter. I took everything back and informed her that she and her daughters were no longer welcome in my house. Since then, I've received texts from multiple unknown numbers saying I embarrassed her in front of everyone and traumatized her girls because they had been promised those items. Chase is angry with her, but thinks I was too harsh and should have handled it privately instead of in front of the kids. I do feel bad that her daughters left in tears, but aita for the way I reacted. Edit 1 common questions I keep seeing. I have no idea who actually promised the kids those things. Vivian refuses to say, but I assume it was her. She wanted me to take her to another room, away from Chase and all the children, to discuss it calmly. Yes, I'm 99% sure the baby is Chase's. He looks identical to my brother at that age. I do not think the girls understood they were stealing. I'm almost certain their mother told them I had given permission. We never had a single issue with the girls before this incident. They have always been sweet kids. I'm speaking with my brother tonight or tomorrow to figure out next steps. Edit 2. Thank you everyone for the overwhelming response. I honestly didn't expect this post to blow up, so I haven't been able to reply to everyone. I spoke with Chase last night, showed him a ton of the comments here, and thanks to one commenter who recognized the situation, we now know exactly what kind of person Vivian truly is. I can't share every detail for safety reasons, but I can tell you that my brother and my nephew are currently staying with us while he gets a paternity test and begins the process of cutting contact with her completely. I'll update again in the coming days, weeks, depending on the DNA results. Thank you all again. Selected comments plus OOP replies. Comment 1, NTA, what an absolute train wreck. You shouldn't feel bad for the kids crying. You might want to have a serious talk with your brother about his taste in partners. OOP, our family was never huge fans of her, but she had never done anything like this before. Huge red flag. Unfortunately, even if he leaves her, he's tied to her for the next 17 years. Comment 2, NTA, I probably wouldn't have thought to check the suitcases. I'd have assumed the kids sneaked the toys, but clothes and shoes. That screams the mom did it. Who else would promise them your daughter's stuff? None of them should ever be invited back. OOP, I normally wouldn't have checked the suitcases either, but the way she lunged for them and tried to bolt out the door set off every alarm bell. Comment 3, embarrassed in front of whom? It was just the 2 families. Don't want to get called out for stealing, don't steal. OOP, in front of Chase and in her words, my perfect little daughter. And yes, Vivian and her daughters are permanently banned from my house. Chase and my nephew are welcome anytime, but the others stay home. Comment 4, so she promised her kids your child's clothes, shoes, and toys, stole them, got caught red-handed, and somehow you're the villain? Hard pass. OOP. Her exact words were, "Your daughter has more stuff than all three of my children put together." Comment 5. NTA, but the lightning fast pregnancy plus this entitled theft is giving major gold digger vibes. Your brother might want that DNA test regardless of how much the baby looks like him. OOP, the whole family suspected baby trapping. We only knew her as a casual hookup until the pregnancy was announced. Comment 6. She was using a fake name and has a record? I was just going to say NTA, but wow, I'm so sorry. OOP, not necessarily fake, but she was previously married before the girl's dad and had been telling everyone that first husband's surname was actually her maiden name. I feel sick realizing we truly know nothing about this woman who has had full access to my home for the last 18 months. Comment 7. Mysterious Cow 3423. This sounds eerily familiar for reasons others aren't thinking. Do the initials COS ring a bell? OOP, please DM me. Update 1, the COS backstory, posted by Mysterious Cow 3423 with permission buckle up. This is long and insane. I'm keeping some details vague for privacy. I do not want this lunatic back in my life. 2005. I was 18, she was 14. Met her at a graduation house party. Walked in on her with a guy in the bathtub, door unlocked. An hour later, she tried to sit on my boyfriend's lap right in front of me, then screamed at me when he pushed her off. A week later, she told that guy she was pregnant and tried to file statutory rape charges. Charges dropped. 2009. I'm 22, married, she's 18. Run into her while getting ice for a 4th of July party. She walks up and tells me she's glad I know my place now because she and my husband have been together for a year and makes graphic comments. My husband walks out, has no idea who she is. She turns ghost white, then red. Still tries to ask him what he wants for dinner that night. We blocked her on everything. 2010, 7 months pregnant. She and her sister follow us around Walmart, loud whisper that he'll leave me now that I'm fat. Then post a photo of me online claiming I'm their surrogate. We filed a restraining order. 2018, we moved back home, buy family farm. 6 months later, we get served papers. She's suing my husband for child support, claiming her very white baby belongs to him while her husband is black. Military records proved we were on the other side of the country. Case thrown out. Another RO, cameras installed everywhere. 2020, she makes the front page, set her now ex-husband's porch on fire on camera after he kicked her out over another obviously not his baby. Went to jail for tilde 2 years. 2023, gets the girls back, immediately flees the state. Girl's dad files missing persons report, then sadly dies in a car accident unrelated. 2025, I'm bored scrolling Reddit, see OOP's post. Recognize the ages, the theft MO, the victim playing the new baby boy, the timeline of moving in with a new guy months ago. It's definitely her. Update 2, she found the Reddit posts and lost her mind. Comments. Her own post. Even dug up an old photo of my husband from my now deactivated Facebook. We called the sheriff, discovered she had an active warrant, coordinated with law enforcement in OOP's area, and she was arrested. She's currently facing stalking, harassment, child endangerment, resisting arrest, assault on an officer, plus whatever she already had pending. Being held without bond. OOP's update. The girls are safe with Chase. He has temporary guardianship of all 3 kids and is getting them into therapy. The stolen items never technically left OOP's house, so charges couldn't be filed for theft, but paternity results due next week. Regardless of the result, he's fighting for full rights to the baby. Update 3 quick reminders. No, I will not post mugshots, court docs, news articles, or anything that doxes us. Ask and you're blocked. COS is still jailed awaiting trial, then extradition. Her brother, the girl's uncle, and his wife are taking the girls, hearing Friday. He's a stand-up guy. We actually contract with his trucking company for our cattle. DNA came back. Chase is 100% the father. He already has a lawyer, and given the circumstances, should get full custody of the baby. Update 4. Final, the girls now live permanently with their uncle and aunt. They started school. We're a bit behind but are catching up fast and doing amazingly well in therapy. Baby boy is thriving with his dad. COS pled guilty to most charges, took a plea that reduced her sentence to 3-5 years. She signed away rights to the baby but is still fighting for the girls ongoing. That's the last update for a good while. Thank you all for the support, and hopefully this nightmare chapter is finally closed for everyone involved.